Blaming only makes you weaker.
Are you messing with me right now?
And no, I am not suggesting that we all just become doormats to blame. If you stick around, I'll not only explain, but I'll also share a helpful exercise.
Give me the good stuff!
We've all done it, likely more times than we even realize. Something unwanted or unfortunate happens, and before we even fully process it, our minds and sometimes even our mouths begin to spew out all these external factors that are responsible for it, some of which don't even make any sense. A great example of this are car accidents. As the name suggests, they're not typically a calculated or intended occurrence, yet when they occur, it's not uncommon to see two drivers arguing with each other over who's responsible. Now, of course, the financial implications of something like that do play a factor in what's occurring, but why has it become so rare for us to just accept responsibility? Think of a time where you've been caught red-handed. Was it not your knee-jerk reaction to either deny or even more so to justify your actions through blaming the circumstance or the series of events that led up to it?
That's my specialty.
To me, blame when not fully justified is just another form of lying. And while you may think of yourself as a skilled liar when necessary, chances are that you're faced as you're lying, and if we somehow gained access to your lifetime statistics, you're not as good at it as you think. People just probably don't call you out as often as they should. So while playing the blame game may have gotten you out of a sticky situation or two in the past, it's still not a healthy habit to adopt. By pushing the responsibility elsewhere, we also deny ourselves the lesson that taking responsibility would have offered us. Put yourself for a second in the shoes of a parent who's at the park with their child, and they see their child in the distance hitting another child. They make their way over, pull the kid aside, and ask them why they were exhibiting that behavior, and the kid said it's because the other kid simply wasn't sharing a toy that they wanted to play with. What would your response be? Would it be, oh my goodness, make your way back over there and smack that kid even harder until they give it to you? Of course not. You would probably instead teach them the importance of sharing and to take responsibility for their actions, wouldn't you? So if we wouldn't let a child just openly blame, why should we let ourselves? I know that taking responsibility may be unpleasant to go through in the present moment, but it sure beats constantly lying to yourself and others.
Yes, that's true.
Before I move on to the helpful exercise, if you do happen to like your personal development content served to you in a brutally honest way from someone just as ordinary as you, please be sure to like this video, to subscribe to the channel, and to hit the bell to be notified of each new brutally honest truth as it's released. And finally, the helpful exercise to help eliminate automated blame is to take note the next time something unwanted happens. Even something as small as a glass of water knocking over and spilling onto the floor. What is your initial reaction? Do you just see it as an unfortunate experience that you need to now clean up after? Or do you instead start to blame why it was even there in the first place, who left it there all along, or all the different factors that could have led to that point? The more we become aware of that initial reaction and see how many of them are unnecessary or nonsensical, the less likely we are to enact them again in the future.